That's right, it's me again. Sorry guys. I'm starting to like this blog thing. It gets a lot off my chest. I had mentioned earlier I was going to do a blog about the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Calgary Flames, my two teams, and I'm going to. But I wanted to start by promoting my Regina Pats. Regina Pats. This year, hopefully, Jordan Eberle can have a great season for the Edmonton Oilers. I cannot stand Edmonton, but I'm cheering for Jordan. Got his autograph here somewhere, up here somewhere. Great team. I live in Regina, obviously. This is our team, our only hockey team, really. So we have to try and support them. A lot of these guys go on to careers in the pros and, pretty productive. And above that, they're good people. So I cheer for good people. So go Regina Pats. Okay, so support them. They're on TV. Support the Regina Pats. Okay. We'll talk about Jerome, my Calgary Flames first. Okay, Jerome, great player, but he's pretty much on a two-man team. Okay, there's Jerome, and there's Kipper in goal. And I know I talk fast, I'm sorry. I was born in Belfast, so my Irish accent's gone. I still talk fast. I am trying to slow that down. So yeah, Jerome has been by himself for the most part. He is the offense. And sometimes even people like me will jump off the bandwagon and get mad at him because he's not producing how we think he should. But it has to be really hard to produce when you have no one to pass you the puck, especially at a level like the National Hockey League. This off-season, I was shocked, appalled, and I was sick that the Flames made the moves that they made to better the team. Bringing Oldie back, Jokinen did nothing when he was here. I don't think he even wanted to be here. I think someone like him does better in a small market where no one cares about hockey, like Florida. To bring Tanguay back, who was treated somewhat poorly here, as was Jokinen. When I say here, I mean in Calgary, where I used to live. He wasn't sad to go, and yet they bring him back. So you have two guys that you let go prior who weren't all that sad about leaving from what reports dictate. They could be wrong. And you bring them back. And two guys that didn't produce for you. And you know your main problem is offense. I don't get it. I like the Sutters. I think the Sutters are also good people. They seem like a really tight, grounded family. And so it's not a personal thing against the Sutters. I respect the Sutters. But I think there's too many Sutters on the Calgary Flames. You got Brent Sutter, the coach. You got Daryl Sutter, the GM, president, whatever else he wants to call himself. And I know there's at least one more Sutter that's a scout, a pro scout for the team. And you have another Sutter who plays on the farm team who got called up during the playoff run, the run to the playoffs, last year. They called him up. Hardly any offense at all to his game down the stretch where we needed points and offense, and they call up is Sutter. I don't get it. I think there's one too many Sutters, perhaps two too many Sutters in the Flames, and some new blood, some new ideas, thoughts, focus would be beneficial to the Flames and their fans. When I lived in Calgary, the prices for tickets are crazy. To take your family to a game is crazy. And most games, let's be honest, I love hockey, but most games can be very boring. You get the occasional game that is like great. Lots of hidden, some good scraps, some nice goals, lots of effort. But a lot of games, there's no effort. Even the pro commentators comment on that. I mean, it's natural, I guess. These guys can't perform every single night for the whole year. Your bodies get wear and tear, and they have their own personal problems and family problems. So, but some nights you don't get your money's worth, and that's a fact. I personally can't justify paying all that money to go watch a bunch of guys play hockey anymore. I'd rather go and see the juniors play. It's a lot cheaper, and they're playing a little bit harder to try and make it to the next step. So I'm hoping the Flames will wake up soon and just go a different direction. I think the Sutters, especially Daryl Sutter, has had his time. I think it's time for him to move aside and let someone else take over on a full-time basis. And I mean, I know they brought the guy in from the ex-guy from Tampa there to help him out. Big deal. Move aside, you know, go back to the farm and enjoy your life. I mean, they have a nice farm out in Alberta. Go enjoy yourself. But I think it's time for a change. That's pretty much it for the Flames. I'm now going to talk about the Leafs. My Maple Leafs. Go Leafs. Brian Burke. I'm not sure I'm a big fan of his. He's good for entertainment purposes. It's fun to laugh at his comments and some of the stupid things he says. I mean, obviously, he's a smart man. And there's a reason why he does what he does, I guess. But he just likes the attention too much. And that's from an outsider's point of view. I have no clue what the man's really like. He's probably awesome. I don't know. I like watching him just because he says really crazy things. The team, though, you know, Phil Kessel, really? And this is in hindsight. Kessel is a good player, but you know what you're getting, which I understand. But you sacrifice a top pick for the potential that a Kessel could give you. Kessel, you know, has had his illnesses. He's had his issues in locker room, apparently. Again, it's all speculation, who knows. But it just seems like the Maple Leafs always give up on young players. You know, even before the draft now, they're giving up on it. And it's kind of sad. They keep saying they're going to rebuild. And every year, they don't rebuild. So I'm hoping Burke does it this year. I'm hoping he stays true to that. And the whole Caberlet fiasco isn't a good start. He should have been traded when it was easy to do so during the summer. But apparently, based on reports, Burke wanted way too much. And now they're past that deadline. So now Caberlet again has some power and say in where he goes. It just seems silly. I mean, how can Caberlet properly perform for the Leafs? I mean, he knows they're actively trying to get rid of him. That'd be hard to do. It's like you or I working at an office, or you know your boss wants rid of you, and it's just a matter of time. It's going to be hard to really apply yourself to your job. It's just going to be hard. And you put someone like Dion Phaneuf as your captain. Apparently, they did not read all the news articles here in Calgary. I don't think Dion Phaneuf is ready to be a captain. I think he needs to mature a bit more before he should have an honor like that, especially for a team like the Leafs. I just think the Leafs just need a young foundation of a team. And I think Burke is starting to build that, which is great. Hopefully they stay on track. Hopefully they can fix their goaltending problems. They need a freaking goalie. A goalie. I don't care if you trade Kessel. Get a goalie and start from the goal out. They haven't had a decent goalie in a long time. Anyways, just support the Leafs. Support the Flames. Support the Regina Pats. Even though I get mad at the Leafs, and sometimes they're a laughing stock of the league, you still have to support your team. Same thing with the Flames. They've only got one Stanley Cup in their history, but you still have to support your teams. I'd be curious to know what teams you guys support. So subscribe, comment, tell me what teams you support, how long you've supported them, and why. And give me your thoughts on the Leafs. Be kind. Give me your thoughts on the Flames. And give me your thoughts on the Regina Pats. People in Canada will know them. People in America are probably going, what on earth is he talking about? Okay, so sorry for turning my back on you guys, but so do that please. And next time we'll talk about, hopefully, football. It starts real soon. Okay guys, see ya.